Okay, I've left the hockey straps on the car. I thought the locals might be impressed by that. I think I might need my hat today, fellas. It's, oh, I know, it's quite sunny. So, in this case of got my drinks with me, and that's about it today, I think. As I said, it's just it should be, if by rights, just to be a very quick trip today. Down there, have a look, back, done. A nice, easy general trip compared to yesterday's, well, half bad, half good one. You know, though we did get a sign from Mother Nature apparently. Tony Abbott is, well, I don't know if he's gone ski, but I think he's going to be dead ski. I better put these keys away in my zip pocket before I lose them. Oh, I see, it is going to be a hard one. It's yeah, it's 45 degrees straight down, fellas. So what's the rule? If it looks 45, it's really 10 degrees steeper from the other side. Oh, and I haven't got the wide angle on. Do you want to see, shall we just go down without the wide angle on? See if it makes it much difference to you? Probably does. Oh, there it is, fellas. Down there. It's a long way down. Looks like someone's dam or something. And it doesn't look like much around it either. Maybe a dead loss already, fellas. Of course, that's assuming it's the right one. There's not another one here, but you know, maybe because it's 3 times the size, maybe there's something at one end. I don't know, but I suppose we better. Or are we looking at it the wrong way around? It's not the dam we should be looking at, it's what leads down to the dam, because you know, if the water fills up the dam, it's got to continue to flow down through the season, you know, and somewhere down towards the bottom there is something down there I can see towards the bottom. Some bare patches of earth down there, you know, they could sort of like stay damp sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon, fellas? You know, assuming that is the dam, maybe it's down here, I don't know. Maybe it's bigger than we think it is. Maybe that's just the one end of it and it goes all the way over here. And there'll be, you know, stuff down here, I don't know. What do you want to do, fellas, you know? What's the rule? Definitely go to what you can see. Otherwise you might bash your way down here and find you have to bash your way through, you know, half an hour of bush to get to what you've already seen, you know. And it looks like there might be blackberry on one end too, so Donny's kicking himself, bloody blackberry. Always used to do that when we were on our trips, you know. That's it, want to go home. Once he saw blackberry, he'd want to get back in the car and go home. Stamina boy, stamina boy. Oh, we got some orchids anyway. Some terrestrial native orchids. So, you know, that might appease some of you out there. I'm starting to put up their little flower stalks. More there, too, of different type. As I'm no orchid expert, but I reckon our knowledge of CPs is definitely going to make their hobby blossom. Yeah, blossom. Yeah. Oh well, we'll see how we go. Anyway, I mean, if you like this without the wide angle on doing this, tell me, because then I'll do it forevermore. I mean, because I don't think the wide angle really makes that much difference to what you actually gain in what is here, sort of thing. Yeah, little witty guys everywhere. Not much to write home about. Oh Jesus, fellas, this is like, oh, look at this. Oh, Nutters Knoll. Hey, maybe that's what this welcome. Oh, well, no wonder. Yeah, without the wide angle, I have to go back rather than going forward. Now I have to go back, so maybe it does make a difference. Now, instead of having to go forward to get a true represent, now I have to go back to get a true represent. Oh, we've got the fern. Oh, a few more witty guys. And oh geez, it's going to be a scrambler coming back up here, isn't it? Unless there's a track. I'm assuming there must be a track if it's a farming dam or something like that. Oh, there's a nice patch over there. If we can climb out of the dam onto there. Oh yes, I might get a few vistas out there. Oh, I'm tempted to go back to the car and get the wide angle, fellas. Really tempted, but you know, Oh, geez, near nutters, an hour and a half. Jesus Christ, yeah. I had to raise the camera up. Wouldn't have to do that with the wide angle, so I suppose it makes a negative difference in a way. Whereas, yeah, nice furbage, yeah. Oh, is this some sort of path or something? It would help if there is a path. Some sort of walk track or something that walks like round and down, sort of thing. Doesn't look like it's been used too frequently. Well, it's better to go this thing rather than go down there. It may take a little bit longer, but at least we won't kill ourselves. Oh, yeah, what famous last words. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'd rather go this way. Also, it's a milder way to get back up as well. And you've got the occasional wit on the side there. Nice little flower in there. Be interesting to see whether the camera has better ability to focus now that the wide angle is off or something. But yeah, I find all these clips will be totally wasted now without the wide angle or something. Anyway, they probably changed the new YouTube settings or something so that anyone with a wide angle, it makes it better now. Because now I've dropped the wide angle. Yeah. It will screw up their settings, their new settings, because I've gone over to new settings recently, I've noticed, and yeah, some improvements. It's automatically adjusting every couple of times I go back on. I think it's self-adjusting slowly, sort of working the parameters out, which is best. And it looks like it's working in my favour actually, but it's taking a little bit of time, Anyway, we'll see how we go. Oh. We'll have to stop somewhere along here and end the clip and take a pee, I think. Or an orange. So, well, I think the fastest way is straight down, but it's going to be a hell of a clamber up. Yeah. We could have the possibility of killing ourselves on the way down, but no better way to engender an appetite. Oh. A healthy love-hate relationship with food. Or consumer items. I don't know, I just get the impression something's been down here. Maybe someone took some like that mechanised machinery at the end of the dry or something. Oh yeah. See? In WA you get something like that, but in a much grander setting and scale sort of thing, You've got these big hand-sized rosettes, sort of, many of them sitting in the soil sort of thing, especially in the sand. And I said, my first one was like a Erythrorhizis subspecies Magnus something else. I still have not seen any photographs that remind me of what I used to see as a child. So either they're just not photographing them right, they're not photographing in the right areas, or there's some other thing out there that I used to know. Unfortunately, my little triangle of land has been converted into an old folks home, but maybe there's something nearby, I mean, if it was unique, it's basically gone. So, as I said, I can Google stuff. Nothing that says, oh, that's it, sort of nothing that says to me, screams out to me, oh yes, there it is, look at it, it's got that look, and also it had like the edge, along the edge had a certain look on the edge of the rosette as it sat. So it was the way it sat in the sand, and also the edge was different. And when those two scientists turned up, I was describing to them that the flower stalks weren't macrophylla, they weren't erythrorhizis, they were somewhere in between sort of thing. In the Ricky Erickson book I was saying, but look, it's got a flower stalk that's similar to macrophylla and similar to erythrorhizis, but it's neither one or the other, it's somewhere in between. So it's like if you took a hybrid sort of thing of those two flower stalks, it'd be somewhere in between. I think they thought I was joshing them or something. I said so many things. I think they think I was just making it all up, and then they go out and touch something completely different. I mean, how scientific is that? The one thing, apparently that's what they did. They went out. Whether my book was different, maybe my book was some sort of galley proof or something. There are inconsistencies with mine to, other copies. Well, as I said, was it the case of, I haven't got any at the moment, but give him this one. Maybe that's what it was, Maybe that explains why my dad apparently got it from University WA Press, but it's a Lamb edition. So maybe it was an earlier Lamb edition and there were errors in it and they were correcting it for the 1975 distribution, but maybe I got an old... I don't know, maybe they wanted to do another edition or something went wrong and then they decided just to print a whole new print run or something, and there was a couple of boxes of these things hanging around and my dad somehow got one of those. I don't know. Mystery, as I said. Really, that's what an investigative journalist is all about, finding out the answers to that, because I know there will be an answer, As with everything else, there's always been an answer, and it's always been quite an interesting answer. It always fits in, because that's what it is with the truth, no matter how outlandish the story sounds, it's basically fractal. It comes out from that fractal area, and no matter how outlandish it sounds, it will fit in there. Once you get all the facts and details, think, oh, okay. So it's one of those sort of things, oh, okay. It just sort of fits. Because it's the truth, that's why it fits. Oh, there we go. I think that's an auriculata. Basal ret's just too small to be a proper pelty. Well, along the lines of Hookeri. As I said, Hookeri basically just has a massive basal rosette for most of the season, basically. It only starts growing up towards the end. So it's basically, one can make the assumption it's taking crawling prey. Maybe that would explain why some of the technical on the related ones seem to keep this viscous state, even though they're on really wet sodden ground. They maintain like quite a viscous state. So yet another type of tentacle head pad, or whatever you want to call it, As I said, it's going to take years. Basically, I think in a way people have been slacking. Again, it's this notion, I don't know whether it's their fault or the notion was forcibly put into the hands that, these are basically non-plants. They're, toy plants, mere curiosity, toy plants at the best of times, And, yeah. And I've got to mention all this and expand it all out in my thesis, and it's going to take, as I say, it's going to take months for me to, back troll all this stuff, going all the way back to childhood and what was happening at the time, and, and go and dig up references and things like that. Go back to old books and things, and maybe get some ordered over from WA, send across the state and all that sort of thing. And so I'm going to be watching episodes of One Foot in the Grave, The Wire, and all those things that I haven't quite caught up with. I'm only halfway through The Wire series. I'm on to series 3. I've just started series 3. I started it about a year ago, and I just stopped after about, I think I was about 3/4 of the first, or through the second episode, I think it is. And I just sort of got waylaid, and I haven't watched any more since then. And I've got some mothers do have them, but my partner will not have that on in the house while she's in the house. I've got to watch that as a sort of, a little private special thing. When she's out doing something, then I've got to sit down and watch that, or try and sneak it in or whack it in. And there's nothing worse than getting 3/4 through a good episode and your partner comes home and you've got to turn it off because she doesn't want it on in the house, sort of thing. I think it's too much like real life, sort of thing. I think, yes. Frank Spencer. Well, I don't think the way my life's gone is totally my fault, and there's a lot of mistakes done by other people. They say don't blame others, but can't you if they do, if they have actually done the wrong thing or made mistakes themselves? Like they didn't follow through on what you said, they went out and touched something completely different. Am I supposed to be blamed for that when I had the book, and I actually pointed to the thing, whether the diagrams in my book are slightly different to their book because it's a different book? Am I supposed to blame for that when there may have been some error in the book or something, or it was just a galley proof one? I was only bloody, by that time I was 10, Yeah, I don't know. It's just like you don't blame your tools unless there is something wrong with your tools. You see, everyone. It's like the bloke who wrote the Diana song. You know, everything in moderation, including moderation. He remembers to put in the everything in moderation, including moderation. It's like you don't blame your tools unless there is something wrong with your tools. You don't blame other people unless they did do the wrong thing or there was some error. Then you can. Everyone forgets the exception to the rule. When there is a mistake, when there is something gone wrong, well, then you can blame someone else. Then you can blame your tools. You know, maybe you can't afford to get a new tool or something, or there's some reason your tool broke. Someone else broke it or something. I don't know. But anyway, I think that's enough of a gas bag to a semi-gas bag, semi-rant. I need to take a pee, and maybe that's why I'm ranting. Maybe it's the beginning of diabetes or kidney disease. I need to have a good slash to stop the rant. I don't know, anyway. Okay, I need to get a drink into me, I think. Anyway, over and out. But isn't that bark just studying over there? Okay, over and out.